Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror because I get better looking each day. That was a pretty funny song that I'm sure you all remember, written back in the 1970s by Mac Davis. It was kind of funny. He spoke about being humble, or actually the lack of being humble. But today I want to look for a minute at another song, a song written by the Shepherd King, David. And hopefully we are going to glean a few helpful insights from his song about what humility looks like in the life of a believer. My heart is not proud, O Lord. My eyes are not haughty. I do not concern myself with great matters or things too wonderful for me, but I have stilled and quieted my soul like a weaned child with its mother. Like a weaned child is my soul within me. O Israel, put your hope in the Lord, both now and forevermore. In this psalm, David implies that true godliness is nurtured in a heart that's not haughty or proud. And his words also imply that the need to know too much can lead to a prideful heart. And that leaves no room in a heart for humility. David had a lot of opportunity to cultivate a heart of pride. He was a leader, he was a ruler, he was a warrior. He ended up being Israel's king. But here, he's proclaiming that he has spiritual humility when he says that he doesn't concern himself with great matters or things that are too wonderful for him. And in Deuteronomy 29:29, it speaks of the secret things that belong to the Lord. David was satisfied to admit that certain things are for God to know, and he submitted his life to the Lord who knows all. We all know that David was not a perfect king. He was not a perfect man, and the stories of his failures are included in God's word. But through all of his failures, through all of his trials, he was still considered a man after God's own heart. He says in verse 2 that he has stilled and quieted his soul like a weaned child with its mother. The word for weaned here can also be translated as contented. A weaned child doesn't fret anymore when he's sitting in the arms of his mother. He can be at peace, completely given over to the feelings of security and acceptance that she has for him. Can you recall the last time that you've been at total peace? When was the last time that you weren't striving and comparing and competing? This age that we live in demands more of everything. It's kind of funny because when I'm with the youth group, sometimes when we're on this trip in southern Pennsylvania, we play a game called Bigger Better. And when we play Bigger Better, you're going out amongst 70,000 other campers, and you're trying to take something that you have way too much of. And you're looking for something that maybe you're lacking. Hopefully you go out with something bigger or something and come back with something bigger and better. Like you would go out with peanut butter and jelly and hopefully come back with the Hershey chocolate bars that you're lacking for your s'mores. But everything in our culture, everything in our day seems to have to be bigger and better. We need more. We need more information. We need more of this. We need more of that. One of my favorite quotes, and I took the time to try to find this quote, but I couldn't find it. It's by a man named Brennan Manning. And basically what the quote says is, God asks only one thing, that we be people for whom he is enough. If you have never read the Ragamuffin Gospel, I would highly recommend that you read the Ragamuffin Gospel by Brennan Manning. But what his quote is saying is, God is asking us whether or not he can be enough for us. Can we let him be enough? Can we quiet our souls? Can we calm ourselves and not need more and more and more, and only allow God to be all we need? Can we do it? Will we do it? That's my prayer today, is that we can all try to find a way to allow God to be all that we need.